Well, as millions of us here in the U.S. are getting ready for the holiday rush, there's a lot of concerns now about the safety of America's skies. An investigation by the New York Times finds repeated lapses by air traffic control personnel, including sleeping on the job, even the use of alcohol. Our transportation reporter Sam Sweeney read the report, too, and we should point out it has not independently been confirmed by ABC News, but we are talking about it because it covers hundreds of complaints to the FAA hotline over 2 years. So let's just talk about what the report found.
Well, Kira, these are serious allegations, and these are reports that are made sometimes anonymously to the FAA through a hotline or other databases that were reviewed by the New York Times. And some of the cases were, like you said, air traffic controllers smoking marijuana during their breaks, one of them coming into work drunk over the summer, and then even a fight in an FAA air traffic control facility. But most of the reports that are laid out here are reports of fatigue, FAA controllers coming in 6 days of work, being forced to work overtime because of the severe shortages. Certainly concerns, but the FAA saying, look, we know we are short of air traffic controllers across the country. We need help, and there is only one training facility in Oklahoma that will help with this backlog, but it takes several years, up to 4 years, to train just one air traffic controller.
Wow. Well, part of the report was also centered around 6-day work weeks and round-the-clock schedules for air traffic controllers. This reportedly caused some pretty significant problems for some of those workers. Tell us about that. And again, you know, this is something we've reported on in the past numerous times. It's just that this report is pretty detailed with the number of complaints this time around.
Yeah, these are concerning, and again, these are just a few of the reports. These are the outliers, if you will, the most severe cases that they were focused on here. But yes, across the board, air traffic controllers are exhausted. There is staffing shortages at 99% of FAA facilities. Now, the FAA says that 63% of facilities are extremely short-staffed, and people, as I said, are being forced to come in 6 days a week. And this is a mentally draining, it's a demanding job. There is zero room for error when you're an air traffic controller. So when you're forced to come in these days, you go home, you sleep, and then you come right back because you're working 10-hour days plus a commute. It becomes draining, and you're fatigued. And we're seeing those in these reports. Just recently, we heard from the air traffic controller who was on call or on duty the day that a FedEx plane nearly crashed into a Southwest plane in Austin. It came just 100 feet from slamming into that jet packed with people on its way to Cancun, and he said that he was on overtime and he was exhausted.
Well, the FAA, I'm curious to how it's responding to all of this.
The FAA is saying, look, we operate the most complex, the busiest airspace in the world, and we are the top agency in air traffic control, and the skies over the United States have never been safer. And the FAA union, or the Air Traffic Control Union, also echoing that message, saying this does not represent the overall workforce of the air traffic controllers across the country. Again, these are cherry-picked stories, the worst cases that you see in the workplace. Certainly not acceptable, but it does not represent the overall workforce here.
All right, we'll track it, Sam. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.